Hi there and welcome to what is my first vlog in a really long time. So if you're wondering where I've been and what I've been doing, if you haven't been following my site, I am 28 weeks pregnant. And it was around about the time when I first fell pregnant that I didn't really feel to vlog for a while. And I'm not really sure whether I'm going to keep it up, but I have been doing audio blogs and I have been staying connected with you guys through my newsletter and my blog post. But today is a very special day because I am here to talk to you about something I've decided to share with you, which is the Pregnancy Wellness Guide blog series. So let me just start by saying that I'm not a mummy blogger. I am a wellness coach, a life coach. I'm passionate about holistic care for the mind, body and soul, and I'm a spiritual mentor. That being said, I'm pregnant and I'm going through the biggest transformation that I've ever gone through in mind, body and soul. And because of that, I am getting asked by a lot of people, a lot of my beautiful tribe members in fact, about what they can do to stay well during their pregnancy. At first I resisted, I'm going to be honest. At first the idea of talking about my pregnancy in detail while I'm still in it kind of didn't sit right for me. It sort of felt a little bit disconnected, a little bit insecure almost, because I'm still journeying through this myself. And then I realized something. I am an expert in wellness. That's what I do, and I do that well. I'm not necessarily an expert in pregnancy or in motherhood, but I can pull my expertise from wellness into what I'm doing right now for my pregnancy and share that with you. Now, I know there are a lot of you out there who are pregnant right now, and I really love hearing from you guys and connecting with you. I know a lot of you are obviously thinking about getting pregnant, or maybe if it's not even on your radar, this is something that you might file away for years to come. So, what is the Pregnancy Wellness Guide? So, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be releasing a series of blog posts, interviews, audio blogs, a whole bunch of other little things, to give you a snapshot as to what I'm personally doing throughout my pregnancy to maintain that mind, body, soul wellness. Now, I'm going to clarify here that this is what I'm doing, and I'm not telling you that this is the only way for you to move through your pregnancy. So I do advise that you make sure that you arm yourself up with all different sorts of information and experts, and really make sure that you're doing what's right for you during your pregnancy, and not just automatically taking what I'm doing and thinking that that's the right way or the only way. Pregnancy is an incredibly individual experience, and I don't think I've met one person so far who has said, oh yeah, exactly what the textbooks say I've gone through. So you do have to feel your way through this, but nevertheless, I am completely dedicated to moving through this pregnancy with as much consciousness as I possibly can in a wellness capacity, and I hope that that is something I can pass on to you guys. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to share with you some of the topics as to what I'll be covering over the next few weeks. Now, this is what I've got planned for the moment, and who knows, maybe some more stuff will come up, so don't hold me to this and don't lock this in. But some of the key areas that I think that we really need to focus on, firstly being supplements and nutrition. So how do we actually care for our physical body and obviously for the growth and the life of this baby. We're also going to be looking at movement and how to do so in a really nourishing, supportive way, because there are a whole bunch of really crazy changes going on in your body that you do need to be really careful and mindful of. Now, that will be focused mostly on yoga, because as a yoga teacher and a passionate yogi, that has been the main practice for me over the last 28 weeks. I'll also be introducing you to some meditation and visualization techniques. Now, as you know, I'm passionate about meditation, and in my shop section you can go and check out my new offering called Reveal Your Inner Radiance. But in this particular segment, I'll be talking to you about meditation and visualization to support you through your pregnancy, through your birthing process, and perhaps into motherhood as well. I'll also be guiding you through some topics and information around birth planning and preparation. In particular, I'll be interviewing a doula and a calm birth practitioner and giving you some insight as to how you can support yourself best through the birth experience. Obviously, I haven't been there yet, so I'm not saying that I'm an expert in that field at all, but I'm definitely sharing with you what I'm doing to prepare myself for what is going to be a monumentous and transformational and life-changing moment in time. And then there's going to be a whole bunch of other things. I'm going to share with you the books that I've been reading and a few other bits and pieces here as we go along. So it's going to be really awesome and very thorough, and I'm really excited to share this with you. As you can see, excited enough to get myself in front of the camera again. Okay, so before we wrap up today, I'm going to just share with you a couple of little tips just to get us kick-started. Some tips that perhaps might support you at the moment if you've just started your pregnancy. And you might not be feeling up to this stuff just yet, but they're perhaps things that maybe will just float around in your mind until you're starting to feel ready to go there. Okay, so for the first thing I'd like to mention here is oil. Go get yourself some coconut oil, some beautiful olive oil, some geranium, some clary sage, some sesame oil, something beautiful and nourishing like that, and start the gorgeous, nourishing self-care practice of oiling your body up. So starting to nourish your skin and your baby belly and just really soaking up some of those good fats through your skin. Now I know this kind of sounds a little bit random, but my naturopath mentioned it to me, and it's something that I find really helps me connect into my body and into my baby, but also makes me feel like I'm doing something nourishing for my body and for my baby. And of course it helps to prevent stretch marks, and that's something we all don't want, right? The second thing is to create your endorphin bank. Now, your endorphins are 300 times stronger than morphine. So this is kind of like a long-term birth planning preparation tip. However, simply focus on enjoying life and doing things that you love. Have lots of sex, laugh a lot with your friends, go out to places that make you happy, spend time in your favorite place in Mother Nature. Doing all those sort of things that really fill you up and fuel your endorphin bank. It's not only going to make you feel good throughout your pregnancy, but it's also going to help you through your birth experience. Because that endorphin bank, once it's ready to be released during birth, is going to be like a natural drug that will help you through the process. So I'm all for that. All for that. The third tip I want to share with you today is bonding with your baby. Now, when I was in the first trimester, there were about 6 weeks when I was feeling quite sick. The concept of bonding with baby was just so, whoa, I couldn't even go there. Like I was too busy just dealing with my body and the changes that were unfolding. So if you're in that stage and you're not feeling ready to connect with baby, don't worry, you've got 40 weeks and there's plenty of time to do that. But when you are ready, start doing things like talking to your baby, telling your baby what you're grateful for, reminding your baby that it's loved and it's wanted, letting your baby know what you did that day, just having conversations, just having a chat with your baby. I also like to read to my baby the birth intentions that I have set so that my baby and I can start to tune in together and perhaps create a really beautiful experience together. My husband and I, we sing to the baby, we tell it stories, and every morning I play a 20-minute chant, a beautiful, beautiful chant, and I notice that the baby always is really quite calm when I play that. So maybe you want to play a track that is your favorite track, or something that you would like the baby to recognize when it's out into the world, which is awesome. Now, the fourth and final tip are getting yourself into alternative therapies if you haven't already. So things that I've been relying on throughout my whole life, really, I guess the last 10 years, but mostly in these last 28 weeks as well, are things like osteo appointments, Reiki, acupuncture, massage, EFT, but just doing your best to support your body in an alternative way as much as possible, but also support your mind and your soul through this process. You are literally birthing a baby and a mother. So there are a lot of shifts and there are a lot of changes on the physical, emotional and mental plane. So whatever you can do to support your body and your mind and your soul, you're going to really, really appreciate that by the time the baby comes. At least that's what I'm banking on. So just to recap for you, get your body oiled up, create your endorphin bank and fill it up, bonding with your baby, and alternative therapies. They're the 4 tips that I wanted to share with you today. Okay, so that's it. That's the introduction to the Pregnancy Wellness Guide. I'm really excited to be back on the vlog with you, and I can't wait to get all this information out to you and to share with you what I've been doing through this pregnancy. And hopefully, fingers crossed, this will be something that will support you through your pregnancy. Now, to wrap up, I would love to hear your comments down below. Please let me know if there's anything in particular that you do want to know about so I can include it into the wellness guide. If there's anything that you've really not sure about, or that perhaps you need some extra assistance or guidance on, let me know and I'll do my best to answer those questions or include it. Or if you are a mama and you've been through this pregnancy journey, if there's a tip that you just feel you have to share, please jump in and comment below as well, because I would love to include your tips as well in our wrap-up post. Okay, so much love to you guys. As always, beautiful to connect with you on whatever form it is, and looking forward to chatting with you soon. Okay, bye.